Alright, so now we're going to go planning cycle 3. And this one might be take a little bit longer because it's going to be more of our power phase. So we're going to be implementing more training complexes and more contrast training. So just bear with me. When you're going through this process initially, it's going to take a good while to get it how you want the actual volume, intensity, and what exercises. But as you become proficient, it becomes easy because this is a system to manage volume and intensity, and you always know where you're going and what you're doing and what the next game plan is going to be. So I already put in cycle 3's allocation of volume for each movement category here. Squats stay pretty high. A little bit increase on cleans. We reduce presses because now we've added the jerks, even though we removed the snatch. We're adding pulls back in because pulls you can load heavier, and we still are. I mean, we're trying to train explosive power and explosive strength, so pulls are a great way to do that. One reason we took the snatch out is players typically at this point in our off season will start hitting the ice and get nice time. All the posture from hockey is anterior based, so players with rounded shoulders and all that stuff, we want to try to reduce as much stress on the shoulders as we can. So that's why there's a little bit reduction and by taking out the snatch. We still train the snatch movement as our primary warm-up exercise. So we'll do like an overhead squat, snatch, or a back squat with a snatch press with an empty barbell. So we still maintain the mobility to do that exercise if we choose to implement it. The undulating pattern for the weeks and the sessions or the daily volume stays the same. We're going to do it a little bit slightly different on week 4 for a taper. Now make sure, again, so we don't have a flub up like I just did in my last video, make sure we're at cycle 3. Cycle 3, oh, and I almost did it here. So this says cycle 2, so make sure we close cycle 2 if it's open, and we repopulate cycle 3. Again, a little bit more of the repetitiveness here. So Control C, go through, do our copy paste, values. Again, we don't want to paste the formulas. Control C, paste, value, Control C, paste, value. So cycle 3 is going to be our higher volume cycle. And you can already see with the color codes here for our first week, we have 1 heavy and 2 moderate. We have 2 moderate, 1 light. Now we have 2 heavy and 1 moderate. Then we got 2 light, 1 moderate. So you can kind of, if you've gone through this for the first 2 cycles, you might have a gist of already how you organize your training days. That makes it pretty easy. Again, session 2 for us is going to be our heavier days. So we know that's going to put more of the posterior chains, presses, and stuff like that. Depending on the goal of training, it's not always going to work out that way. All right, so let's get started on this. I'm just going to type in numbers. We'll keep that the same. Oh, what am I doing? Hit a button or something. All right. That's fine. So I'm just going to do reductions here. My jerks. So jerks are going to go, since it's a low volume spread off across each day, we're way below the minimal effective dose, so I'm going to put them all on one day. Tuesday is going to become more of a power training day as well. And you can see we got higher volume for presses. So easy solution. Overhead movement, stress on the shoulders. We also have stress on the shoulders. So we're going to take these 9 reps and put them between sessions 1 and 3, and I'm going to take all of my reps for jerks and put them on session 2. Easy solution for my 18 reps. And then I'm going to take all my presses off of day 2 and distribute them on sessions 1 and 3. So we're going to go 18, 0, 20. I'm going to bump this up to 15. So I use this kind of a guide, the tables up here as a kind of a guide to see if I'm close to the volume total for each movement here. Let's see, pulls, 115, 18, 12, 15, 18, good, good. So we're not too far off. Yep, that works. All right, on the next. 16, 12, 20. I don't mind that. 14, we're going to add 2 reps here. Take 2 from there. I'm going to go 14 here. We're distributing, so take out the presses. Pulls. Oh, I got to go back on day 1. I already see a mistake from doing this. Taking pulls out. That's what I meant to do. Now we're good. Now we're balanced up here. All right. Now I lost track where I'm over here. Let's see. That's good. Oh, we were on pulls. Posterior chain. So I want to add 2, so I'm just going to take 2 off of that. Take 1 off of there. And 14. All right. Week 2 is good to go. Now week 3, our higher volume week. That's fine. Yeah, I'll take that too. Presses, I already know that's going away. Pulls. Actually, I'm going to come back. Yep, nope. Pulls are gone off there. Go 20. 20 for now. Posterior chain. Jerk, jerk. And we put all these here, so we're going to have 22 reps on the jerk. Okay, we're pretty close. Not exact. Again, for power exercises, 25 reps plus or minus 3. Strength exercises, we cap out at 35 plus or minus 3. Now we got our deload. This can kind of be tricky sometimes. Deloads also give a great opportunity if you want to do some additional type stuff, maybe some contralateral type work, anything to help get blood flow and help recover, because the training days are going to be quite small, or you can do more tempo runs, something of that nature. So we're going to go no presses. Oh, I mean, no cleans on that day. So I'm going to put all my presses because we're at only 20 reps. I'm going to put them all on my volume day because I'm going to have my jerks on day 2. You don't have to train every movement on every day. It's not always going to work out that way either. Pulls. I'm going to do all 18 on day 1. So we'll go 0, 0. Posterior chain. We'll split them. Snatch, not worried about jerks. Beep, boop, and 10. All right, good to go. So now we'll be ready to start planning for cycles 3, weeks 1 and 2. I'm at least going to get the copy and paste set up. So I'm going to create a new sheet, drag it towards the end. Let's go with orange, rename it cycle 3, weeks 1, 2. I'm just going to copy the first one here. Control A, Control C, Control B. You get the idea. Go format, margins, 0, orientation, landscape, 1 page, 1 page, eliminate the grid lines, click, drag it out. I'm just deleting the picture. And the last thing I'll do for this video, cycle 3, weeks 1, 2.